Hey friends, it is Vicky from the Jersey Girls Home. We are still at it with the Every Bit Counts challenge. Today's video will show you how I made the Cowboy Candy and Maple-Pickled Jalapenos. They are both absolutely delicious. I got the recipes from Ball. I will link the recipes in the description below for you. I am very excited to share with you what I did. I hope you enjoy them. I will see you again tomorrow. We are going to cut up these pequeños that I grew, and we are going to see how that comes out mixed with some other peppers. Now we're going to add some chopped jalapenos.
You should have done it on there.
And that brings us to 1 pound. We need 3 more pounds. I had some jalapenos sliced and frozen in the freezer from earlier this year. That is a ½ pound's worth. I am going to cut up some sweet peppers to add to this. My small ones that look like these. We have tangerine pepper and Pippin's Golden Honey. So we will slice that up until we get to 1 pound, and then that is 2 pounds. We still need 2 more pounds. In this pound, we have some more sweet peppers and banana peppers. So we're up to 3 pounds. We need 1 more pound. We have 3 pounds in here. We're going to put the lid on and finish the other pound after we have dinner, because I just pulled this chicken out of the oven. We have Anaheim's, a couple Jimmy Nardellos, and tangerine peppers. We're going to add that in, and that is 4 pounds of peppers, mostly mild and some sweet. Looks pretty, so colorful, right? Now that we have this set, I'm gonna make the brine. Time to make our brine or syrup. We are going to add 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of turmeric, 2 teaspoons of mustard seeds, 6 cloves of garlic, ½ teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 4 cups of sugar, and 3 cups of apple cider vinegar. We're going to give this a really good stir and bring to a boil. Okay, we're gonna stir this up. We're gonna let the syrup absorb some pepper juices, the peppers cook a bit to soften up, and then they will be ready to get jarred. Everything has cooked down and is looking perfect. Oh, you know what? It said 4 pints. I was thinking 4 half pints. I was like, there is more than that. But I'm using half pints, so I am going to need more jars. Okay, so we want a 1/2 inch of headspace, but we're gonna go through and debubble because there is a lot of peppers in here and it's easy for air to get trapped in that syrup. So once we get all of this debubbled, then we can top off with the remaining syrup where it's needed, and we should be good. It's so delicious. We really like putting cowboy candy on our pizza. Have you ever had cowboy candy? And if you have, what do you like to eat it with? Let me know in the comments, because I would love some different ways to use it because it's so delicious, but I feel like it's kind of a special treat with the syrup. Perfect. And this is so sticky because it's a sugary syrup. I'm going to clean the jars with some warm water, and then I'm gonna go back over and clean them with some vinegar so that we don't get a sticky mess seal that isn't a real seal. We don't want a fake seal. We don't want to waste any of this yumminess or hard work. What else I was just thinking that this might be really good in that I haven't tried yet is I make bean salsa during the summer, sometimes during the winter, but I really like it during the summer. And I wonder if these, instead of getting jarred pimientos, if this would be a nice substitute when I don't have those. Might even be the best substitute or the new ingredient. Cut it in there. I'm gonna do a quick wipe with vinegar, and then we can get the lids and bands on and process these jars in a water bath canner. We'll see how many we can get in this canner, and then if we need to, we can always use the electric canner for any extras, because we got a lot of jars here. Get this last one in here. We did it. We got them all in. 4, 8, 10, 13. We got 13 in there. Baker's dozen. We are letting the water bath canner sit for 5 minutes while it cools down, and then we'll pull the jars out. Look at that absolutely beautiful cowboy candy. These are a mix of sweet peppers, Cubanelles, I think some Anaheims, and then I have banana peppers over there. This is my brown jalapeno, which is so yummy. And I am not a huge fan of super spicy stuff, but this doesn't burn. So if you want a jalapeno with extra flavor, but not a terrible burn, then this is a good pick for you. And some of these got like huge. I don't know if they were like part of a asphyxiated blossom, but yeah, these are absolutely gigantic. And these do produce bigger jalapenos from what I've noticed, but those were really big. They're even extra wide. This might be a jalapeno and I can't tell. We have some frozen jalapenos. Okay, so I had already gotten all of these chopped and frozen. Here's a bag of lemon spice. That is 1 1/4 up to 1 1/4 pounds. I'm just gonna set these bags aside. Let's get a bigger bowl here. So 1 1/4 pounds there. Three-quarters of a pound. So this is now up to 2 pounds. And those were the tam jalapenos, so they are a mild variety. Let's see what else we got in the freezer. Those are pimientos. Here's some brown jalapenos. Those ones are really dark brown. Those are all my jalapenos now. So I am going to take some of these and get up to at least another ½ pound. We do have some brown jalapenos in there, but we need 2.5 to 3 pounds of, it says jalapenos, but you can use other varieties that you want. So I'm gonna take some of these and get them in there. Obviously, if you would wanted super hot peppers, then you would not add sweet peppers. But because I am more than happy to have some sweet peppers in there, we are gonna add them in because that will just make it a little bit more mild and tolerable for this household, which means yum. We are getting to the end. And we are almost at a pound, so be good. We'll have 3 pounds to get in our recipe. Okay. So there we have it. Now it's time to go have some fun. We're gonna break out our pot. There are ingredients. We need sugar, maple syrup, a red onion, our peppers, apple cider vinegar, salt, and we're gonna need some water. Okay, so we're gonna combine maple syrup, sugar, vinegar, water, and seasonings in our pot. 3 cups of apple cider vinegar, 1.5 cups of water, 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of maple syrup. This is what I'm excited for. This is something different I've never done before, is adding maple syrup in lieu of just plain vinegar, or instead of plain sugar. It should taste delicious. And 3 teaspoons of salt. Okay, so while this brine is coming to a boil, I'm gonna chop up my onion, and then we will be ready to add the peppers and onions in. The brine smells good. Okay, so we brought it to a boil and we're gonna let this simmer for 5 minutes before we pour our peppers and onions in. Directions said to thinly slice your red onions, but I felt like if they were sliced and not chopped really small, then we probably would not eat them. We push them aside, and I don't want to do that because we do like onions pickled. But I just felt like if it was in this recipe, we probably wouldn't necessarily want to eat it sliced. So I diced that up. Remember, some of these are still frozen, so we really have to let that cool or warm up in this mixture so that they are hot when we get them in our jar. Oh, this looks beautiful. All the different colors of peppers. So this year I grew lemon spice jalapenos, brown jalapenos, tam jalapenos, and oh goodness, what are the jalapenos that don't have any spice? They're like a fake out. You get the flavor, you don't get the heat. Well, I grew those 4. Next year I want to try the pumpkin spice as well. I read that that one is not a, oh, how did this get in here? that is not a ridiculously hot jalapeno, which makes me happy because I like some heat, but not too much. And I want to try that one. But so far, the ones that I've tried, I love them. I will continue growing those varieties. Once this gets back to a simmer, we're going to cook that for 5 minutes, and then we will be ready to add these to our jars. Okay, we're ready. The peppers are hot. They've been simmering for 5 minutes. And now we're gonna get them jarred up. We want a 1/2 inch head space. But most importantly, we're gonna divvy out these peppers first, and then we'll go back through with the brine to get our proper head space. We'll also need to debubble very well, because when you have chunky foods like this, air can get trapped very easily. I am making quite the mess here. And need more jars. Okay, I think we're good on jars. We're not going to need that one. Maybe we'll need one more. And now I am going to distribute the brine. I'm going to bubble. Now I want to correct my head space to a 1/2 inch, and then we'll clean the rims really well and get these in the canner. I'm going to go over once with regular water and then once with vinegar, because it is very sticky and I don't want seal failure or a wrong seal. It would be awful to open up something you thought you could enjoy and then realize you couldn't. So now I'm going over with vinegar. We're getting our lids on. These look and smell delicious. Our band's finger tight. And you'll see me pick these up and put them on my other hand. I am not twisting with this hand. I'm just gripping it so that when I spin the band, it is not spinning the jar as well. Uh-oh. It's definitely got brine on the rim, so I'm gonna re-clean those. Also gonna clean the lid because it's spilt on the lid. All better. Look at how beautiful! Okay, we're going to bring this to a boil and then process for 15 minutes.